are listening to Wrestling Observer Live with your host, Jim Valley.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Way number 2. Wrestling's Iron Man. Here Friday for Brian, and back again in my old, comfortable Saturday slot. It's Wrestling Observer Live. Live 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, while Brian parties at Circa. Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, with Andrew Zarian, and Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. It's TV's Jim Valley, as seen on TBS on Wednesday's AEW Dynamite for reasons. Also, if you look on my Blue Sky, I just put up a video someone sent me that was sitting near me. Jericho at Dynasty whipped Toa Leona right into me. And it's kind of funny, so you can check that out. It was not that painful. It was funny more than it was painful. But anyway, it's WrestleMania weekend. Fans disappointed, of course, that Carmelo Hayes doesn't have a scheduled match. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa is like, what am I, Chop Slim Jims? Solo's been in WWE since 2021 and has never had an official WrestleMania match, and no one is upset about that. It's not fair. And let's not forget about Power Slap, as much as I'd like to. Speaking of no WrestleMania match, Lance Anoa'i and Jake Hager debuted at Power Slap in Las Vegas and won their individual slap-offs. I don't know what it's called. I guess Sergeant Slaughter and JBL were there. Hager did his hand over the heart, we the people gimmick before the match, and then after he won, Hager turned to the camera and said, F you, Tony Khan, except he used the F word. You know, this really seems kind of beneath the dignity and of the esteemed sport of Power Slap. I just can't believe he'd drag it down like that. People with CTE should have much more dignity. Anyway, we'll run down the highlights. I use that very loosely. Of Smackdown, WWE Hall of Fame, some key matches and cards in Las Vegas, plus what happened to all the WrestleMania celebrities. Where'd they go? And they're gone. Because the market set ticket prices. No, not in this case. Stand by, Jim Valley. Wrestling Observer.
Where is it? Fix the thoughts. Oh my hopes.
Right now, you can switch from cable television to satellite television for free.
You know, I didn't even, now that I'm looking at, or now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't even look at like the full cards for each day.
Today, like all the women's matches, except for one. Rhea's tomorrow.
Hey, what up?
Rhea and Jade are tomorrow, but every woman is today.
That's actually good. I feel like lately they've been putting on the better matches, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they do. So, there we go. There we go. Howdy, everybody. It's great to see you. Happy Saturday to everybody.
2871. That's 800-696-2871. Keep listening for details on how to get up to $300 airline credit. Sky Holidays introduces a one-of-a-kind air credit program. Our buying team got a little too aggressive in getting hotel and air deals, so now we have to liquidate our prices. Here's how. Whether you want to go to Paris, Las Vegas, London, Atlanta, Hawaii, or anywhere else in the world, we have amazing deals. Book a selected hotel and we'll give you up to $300 airline credit. Now you can book your vacation and get a free credit to use towards airline travel. We'll book both, airline and hotel, with one simple phone call. We have access to most airlines and deals on thousands and thousands of places to stay. Call right now, book your hotel rooms, claim your airline credit. You can change or modify it at any time. 800-256-4816. 800-256-4816. That's 800-256-4816.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. 800-913-9739. That's 800-913-9739.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
Jim Valley. It's Wrestling Observer Live up on the website at 4wonline.com, WrestlingObserver.com. Q&A from the Circa in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street with Dave and Brian. You know, there'll be some good questions. There'll be some okay questions. And there'll be someone who just doesn't know when to cut it off. But I haven't heard the show yet. I'm sure it's great. As always, of course, Dave and Brian will have all kinds of coverage and be doing shows after WrestleMania Night 1 tonight and Night 2 and all the things they've seen and what they know and all the scoops. So be sure to keep checking your RSS feed and all that good stuff. You know who's not covering WrestleMania 42 tonight? Andreas Hale. Works for ESPN. You know ESPN, the partner with WWE. You've heard of them, I think. Well, he's the guy, as you may recall, who reviewed the PLEs for ESPN and gave them grades for a while. And some of the grades, which seemed fair to me, weren't great. Probably weren't what WWE wanted. But so he did not get credential. Take that for what you will. I'm sure it's just an oversight. Look, I'm not going to cover all of Smackdown. Just what seems pertinent. We got too much stuff to do, too much ground to cover. So I'm just going to cover the big stuff, okay? All is right, by the way, in WWE. Green shirt guy, front row again, after what seemed to be a lengthy absence. I guess there's an orange shirt guy in aid. I don't why. I guess I'm watching matches. I don't know people and their shirts. Anyway, Pat McAfee, Randy Orton drove up in their Ram pickup. Did you know Pat McAfee is a billionaire? That's what he said. Nick Aldis wanted to talk to McAfee in private while Orton went to the ring. Orton goes to the ring and he said, Pat McAfee is the only straight shooter in the company. Only person tells him like it is and that he needs to be himself. But Orton says he doesn't need Pat McAfee. The crowd cheered. Then he mentioned Cody Rhodes. Crowd booed. It's going to be fun tonight, isn't it? Anyway, he said that helping Cody hurt his legacy, hurt Randy's legacy. And all Cody does is take. And he's going to do it by himself and fix it today with the most dangerous letters in sports entertainment, RKO. Randy headed back to the back, got in the pickup truck. He and McAfee drove away as McAfee yelled out the window calling us marks and saying how things were going to get better soon for all of us marks. MFTs and the White Six, big hardcore brawl. MFTs beat the White Six when Tama Tonga, about to win when Solo stole the pin on Howdy. So we're still building that tension with Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa, who's not been at WrestleMania. Danhausen, he crashed the Miz and Maurice's vow renewal ceremony. As you know, Miz did officiated a Las Vegas wedding over the week. So there you go. But anyway, Danhausen comes in, declares himself the official ring boy and best man before cursing Maurice. You know where this is going. And during the segment, the curse caused Maurice to fall face first into the wedding cake. So I'm sure Maurice loved that. All kinds of wacky Danhausen comedy. You know, they're doing okay with Danhausen. They're giving him new things to do as opposed to just the usual pointing and just doing what he does. So I'm glad they're adding facets to the character and more humor and things. Trick Williams, Sami Zayn face off in the ring. Trick brought out a person dressed as a gingerbread man because he's been calling Sami gingerbread man. So Trick was, interviewing the gingerbread man. Finally, Sami came out and Sami said, look, at WrestleMania, you're not going to be in the ring with a gingerbread man like right now. And Trick said technically he was in the ring with two gingerbread men. Pretty funny. Trick went for Sami. Sami ducked, clothesline Williams over the top rope. Then Sami approached the gingerbread man, hit him with the haluva kick, took him out, and then out of the corner of the screen, trick shot by Williams on Sami out of nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised if the gingerbread man plays a role. He's Yachty or Carmelo Hayes or maybe someone on Sami's side, like maybe Kevin Owens. So we shall see. By the way, Trick and Yachty cut a diss track on Sami Zayn. And Sami tweeted that he needs Kendrick Lamar's help. That is, that's like bringing a machine gun to a knife fight if you get Kendrick Lamar's help. Damian Priest, R-Truth, beat Kofi Kingston, and Grayson Waller. Remember him? With double 5-knuckle shuffles. So there you go. Tiffany Stratton beat Jordan Grace with the prettiest moonsault ever. She's the #1 contender for Julia's U.S. title. Royce Keys won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, eliminated Tala Tonga. And Brian Alvarez says there are some big long-term plans for Keys, which, again, I'm not surprised. I said it was not a big deal that he hasn't been around. It's WrestleMania season. They did the pop, the Royal Rumble, because, F you to the competition. But no, I wasn't ever worried, as you know, about Royce Keys. He'll be fine. Also in the Battle Royal, kind of an eclectic group. Psycho Clown, not sure the crowd knew who he was. Both Grande Americanos, Shiloh Hill, Aleister Black, and Nakamura, some of the participants. Kit Wilson, first one eliminated. He tripped over Gargano, who was laying face down prone in the ring. Of course, Danhausen had cursed him, so it's all that Danhausen. Keys and Joe Hendry, the only ones who got TV entrances. Remember that last year? Joe Hendry faced Randy Orton, and Paul Levesque said, what a bright future Joe Hendry had. Many more WrestleManias. Joe Hendry's future, just not this year, but many more in the future. So show's wrapping up. Cody Rhodes has the last word. Talked about the conspiracies of the final boss, Travis Scott and Pat McAfee, but he didn't name Pat, just he who needs to go away, like Voldemort. Cody said, take is a funny choice of words, Randy, as Randy has never taken responsibility. Cody was putting over Orton as an all-time great when Cult of Personality hits. It's CM Punk. He's wearing a suit, and it's not a court date. Punk said that Cody helped build this and make this, talking about WWE and WrestleMania. And he asked the fans to be there Monday for the next adventure. Interesting. Cody put over Roman Reigns, his most dominating WrestleMania main eventer in history. And Cody says he loves Punk. His dad loved Punk and would be extremely proud of Punk. They hugged, and that was it. Now, like I said yesterday and last week, I think they're setting up some sort of faction at the end of WrestleMania, or maybe the Raw after. Maybe Heyman, he's talked to Gunther, he's talked to Obafemi, perhaps, or perhaps Obafemi turns Heyman down as part of the babyface faction, possibly. Aleister Black, people have shown pictures online of him creeping around in the background of certain scenes on television. But of course, you got Punk, Cody, and we often have a draft after Mania. But a lot of people wondering who's pulling the strings. So we shall see. But something, as I think about this, and in a way they've teased it, but then I remember the past few years, and I thought they teased other things. Like too much credit. Talk about that. The Hall of Fame next. Yeah. I'll see you.
All clear.
Do you have a book? Get it out of your mind and make it a real book with a free guide to book publishing. Trying to publish a book yourself can be complicated. It takes a lot of time that you could spend writing your book or even more books. Do what you do best. We can do the rest. Thousands of authors across the nation have trusted our book publishing service. We have the connections to help you get your book printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, and bookstores nationwide. We can do it faster than you can on your own. Get your free guide to publishing. It's a free phone call. Remember, make this free call right now and learn how to turn your book into something real that people can buy. Get your free writer's guide. Call right now. 800-482-8399. 800-482-8399. 800-482-8399. That's 800-482-8399. Packages start at $29.99 a month with signed agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. Now you can get Vivint's award-winning home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News & World Report has recognized Vivint as the best professionally installed home security system of 2022. And right now, you can get Vivint's home security technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation from a licensed technician. Protect your home and loved ones for as low as $1 a day. Call right now for your free home security consultation.
800-918-6189. 800-918-6189. 800-918-6189. That's 800-918-6189. Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you. 855-325-5647. 855-325-5647. 855-325-5647. That's 855-325-5647.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
Jim Valley. It's Wrestling Observer Live, the WWE Hall of Fame after Smackdown last night. No surprise. Stephanie McMahon's speech, probably the longest of the night, about 20 minutes, not including the introductions by her daughters and her mother, Linda McMahon. Oh, of course, Stephanie's speech, since it was the longest, only Dennis Rodman mentioned it. He did mention that, but a little long, probably because he's, the only person who could, without repercussions. Anyway, during the speech, she thanked Triple H and daughters, and she mentioned a few people, like she thanked Y2J, which was interesting. She got around a few people like that to mention them with nicknames and things, which I thought was clever. Anyway, of course, she shouted out Vince, and the crowd applauded and chanted, "Thank you, Vince." Gross. Gross, gross, gross. The hell is wrong with people? Look, if you don't want to believe Janelle Grant, if you believe she's a gold digger, okay, fine. Just for the sake of argument, say she was. What about the other women who got millions with their NDAs? One woman mentioned in the Wall Street Journal got $7 million. $7 million. Are they gold diggers, all of them? Poor Vince. Poor Vince. Poor naive Vince. Around the wrestling business his entire life and just gets taken advantage of by these slick-talking, carny wrestler women. Gross. Anyway, Stephanie ended by doing her heel shtick. Short, Bad News Brown video. Demolition, Bill Eadie, Barry Darso. They took about 4 minutes or so between the two of them. They were inducted by Arn Anderson. Barry Darso, one of his best friends, gave him the black top bully gimmick. Also, they were together in Mid-South, so they go way, way back. Also, Haku and the Warlord, who called it WWF, which I don't mind that. Rodman was inducted by Kevin Nash and Sean Waltman. I would say Rodman was sincere but odd, which is pretty much Dennis Rodman. Wearing the Hogan NWO t-shirt, NWO cap, talked about WWE taking care of old wrestlers. I'm not sure that's the case these days, but that's what he said. He ended with a kind of a mealy-mouthed Hulk Hogan impersonation. What you gonna do, bro? You know that. Not great impersonation. He lucked out with NWO for life. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant was the moment inducted, along with Nick Hogan and Andre's daughter, Jimmy Hart, gave the introduction and gave the speech. Only Hart spoke, but it was nice to have Nick Hogan and Andre's daughter there. Short Sid video package. And then the Good Brothers, no surprise, introduced AJ Styles. Styles says it may surprise people, but he doesn't miss wrestling because he goes home and gets to see his great family every night. So AJ Styles thinks the world's flat, but he's got his values in the right place. No question about that. And at the Hall of Fame red carpet last night, Nikki Bella says she is in the tag team title match. They're going to win the titles. That's what she says. She's been walking around with the boot, I guess, all over Las Vegas. And of course, there was the news yesterday after we got off the air that Paige, the former Saraya Knight, has re-signed with WWE, which led some people to speculate that Paige will be Bree's tag team partner at WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens there. Josh Barnett last night ended Bloodsport, literally and figuratively, after he beat Yuji Nagata via TKO. He says Bloodsport is taking a break for the foreseeable future. So maybe Dave and Brian will have more on that and the reasons. A couple of quick Bloodsport results. Charlie Dempsey defeated Timothy Thatcher via cross-face chicken wing. Natty Neidhart defeated Shayna Baszler via countout. As I mentioned, Josh defeated Yuji Nagata versus TK with the via TKO. Also, the Juggalos. Where's the Juggalos? Always in the chat. Stranglemania. Juggalo George South, which is George South in Juggalo makeup. And the Rock and Roll Express versus St. Clair Monster Corporation. Beastman, Congo Kong, and Mr. Happy. All managed by Jasmine St. Clair. You know, if there's a wrestler Jasmine St. Clair should manage, it's Mr. Happy. JCW Women's Tag Team Title Match. J-Rod and Nyla Rose defeated Alice Crowley and Danny Moe. So you got a new champ with J-Rod. JCW World Heavyweight Title 4-way elimination match with special referee EC3. The champion, Cocaine, which is Kane in a white suit with powder that goes, it's a cocaine, because anyway, you know. Cocaine defeated Nick Nemeth, Caleb Conley with Vince Russo, and Matt Riddle. Also, Too Tough Tony, Rob Van Dam, and Willie Mack defeated Kenta and the Good Brothers. And in his retirement match, Vampiro defeated PCO and Big Vito. So, there you go. Joey Janela's Spring Break. Seems like it kind of drug a little bit in the middle, but a lot of people seem to like this. Brody Lee Jr., -1, beat Joey Janela, who's kind of his father in the business these days. That sounds worse. I didn't mean to say it like that, but Joey has taken Brody very much under his wing is probably a better way to put it. I apologize. Lots of callbacks, lots of moves of different wrestlers and influences in Brody's and Brody Jr.'s development. And there you go. So Brody Lee with his first official match, and he is a winner over Joey Janela. Jurassic Express teamed up again. Jack Perry, Marco Stunt defeated KJ Orso and Sam Stackhouse. Excuse me. The Sandman, the ECW Sandman, wrestled his last match on the show against the Invisible Man, managed by Fonzie. So the Invisible Man defeated the Sandman. Also during the match, wild stuff. Missy Hyatt interfered. Richard Holiday, JCW's Zombie Stable, The Outbreak, Vampiro, Violent J, Too Tough Tony, Kendra Lust, Early Morning Guy Steele, and even the Invisible Man's brother, the Invisible Stan. And Mick Foley was the final name to come out during the match. He helped Sandman fight off both invisible opponents for a bit, until Foley and Sandman were hit with low blows. The Invisible Man rolled up Sandman for the 3 count. Foley and Sandman remained in the ring after the match. Foley said while the two of them may not like each other, they meant a lot to each other's careers, and it was important for Foley to be there for Sandman's final match. Sandman left a Budweiser in the ring. Not often did that happen with Sandman. It's also not often see vets putting over this, the young talent on their way out, but I think the Invisible Man is the future of this business. A lot of people disagree and think Vacant is the future, but I'm an Invisible Man guy myself. I got the t-shirt too. Loser leaves GCW. Effie defeated Allie Catch. Therefore, Allie Catch must leave GCW. Megan Bain, her mystery partner. Big surprise, Nick Gage. They defeated Mance Warner and Steph DeLander. And the one called Manders looks like he's continuing his quest for the GCW World title. He won the brass ring ladder match. And then the Rascals defeated Bustin' the Brain and Marcus Mathers, all 3 of the Rascals. And the GCW World Championship match, Atticus Cogar defeated Hayabusa, the new Hayabusa, to retain the GCW Championship. Maple Leaf Pro Multiverse, Stephen Borden, El Hijo de Sting beat Kieran Gray. They're both Darby Allin students. The Demand defeated Michael Oku, Rich Swann, and Sidney Akeem. Hechicero defeated Jonathan Gresham. He'll retain his CMLL World Heavyweight Championship. I bet that was an outstanding match. Paul Walter Hauser defeated QT Marshall in a Sin City street fight. Giselle Shaw retained her title, the MLW Women's Championship, in a 4-way. She defeated Killer Kelly, Shotzi Blackheart, and Persephone. And Amazing Red, Mascara Dorada, and Mystico defeated the Rascals, all three. Desmond Xavier, Myron Reed, and Zachary Wentz. Hey, we got details on this year's Super Card of Honor, including a world title match, and somebody is coming out of retirement to appear on the show. We'll talk ticket prices for this weekend, and is WWE just gonna give us another lackluster Mania? God, I hope not. Stand by, it's Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer.
Oh, clear. Yeah, I guess when you're talking in terms of lackluster, it's like for fans, it's lackluster. They think Travis Scott is moving the needle.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I don't know. I think, and I don't necessarily mean it in the exact way that I'm saying, but I think it's sort of similar maybe to like the political world where it feels like they're just in their own bubble and they don't really like understand what people outside their bubble actually think, you know?
Right.
They think they're like killing it because everybody in their, you know, sphere, like who's going to go up to Triple H and be like, well, that sucked.
Yeah, he did have a dark match. Steve Morton did. Yeah, I saw that.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know what they think, but we'll see we'll get a better idea of what they think after WrestleMania, I guess, or maybe tonight. We shall.
I mean, they usually do a good job of having like one or two things that like, you know, are unexpected, but sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. And they like think they're going to be good, but they're really not, you know, or they don't play out well or whatever, you know. Like, I don't know. I still am going back to the McAfee thing. It's like, it'd be so much better if they just said he was talking to himself.
It would have been, anything would have been better.
Yeah, anything. Exactly. Anything.
But it is what it is. I don't know. I can't believe he was the first choice. That's what I can't believe.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Because the other thing is, none of these people, I mean, we've seen IShowSpeed, we've seen Jelly Roll, we've seen Pat McAfee, we've seen pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah.
You think Tom Brady's coming out?
I think, you know, they did something, a big surprise at WrestleMania Access or whatever they call it, WWE World. And it was just McAfee going, Marks, I fooled you. So I'm wondering if maybe that was supposed to be Brady and they never put it together, or he backed out, or, I mean, Brady.
Yeah, or something. I mean, I don't know. Even if it was Brady, I mean, I'd be, to be honest, you got 10 seconds, by the way.
Okay.
Gronk would be funnier.
That's
like
true.
His personality is just better. Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
Well, it's Wrestling Observer Live. Do want to mention we have details on this year's ROH Super Card of Honor. It's going to be May the 15th at the Wacomico Youth and Civic Center, Salisbury, Maryland. I remember they used to run that on World Championship Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling back in the 80s. I remember. Athena will defend her women's world title in a survival of the fittest match versus Maya World, Trish Adora, Yuka Sakazaki, Billy Starks, and Persephone. So, Deonna Purrazzo will defend her pure title against Diamante, and Nigel McGuinness is going to return to action. Ring of Honor in a rules match. Pure, that's hard to say. Well, pure rules match. Like rural. The rural juror. Anyway, Nigel, Josh Woods, Pure Rules, ROH is going to be Super Guard of Honor May 15th. WWE ticket prices. Everybody is talking about the ticket prices. You know, people think they're very expensive. And I get that. Friday Night Smackdown sold about 8,800 tickets versus just over 16,000 tickets last year. It's a decrease of 45%. But then look, WrestleMania, to my surprise, didn't sell out. But look, it's not the end of the world. Okay, I'm not dooming and glooming here. You know, these prices, Nick Khan is not going to be eating top ramen next week. They'll announce a record gate. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But, you know, there's a lot. As I talked about yesterday, a lot of different factors. It's the economy. It is tourism. It is Las Vegas. It's not the value proposition it once was. It's foreign tourists. There's a lot of different factors. And also, maybe a lackluster card as well. But earlier this week, WWE President Nick Khan said, the market sets ticket prices. Now look, free market? Sure, why not? Now, if the free market set ticket prices, that means the market would have set the correct price and it would have sold out by today or last night. But it didn't. And the fact that it didn't says WWE, just like Brian said, waited too long to reduce prices. Wasn't attractive enough for fans to make the trek, even the ones in Nevada, to Las Vegas. And that's the thing. If it was the free market, the prices would have dropped sooner. But WWE, not the market, controlled the prices. You know, it's ridiculous to say that. But again, you know, like I said, lots of reasons. Maybe next year, you know, in Saudi, obviously, it'd be better. And maybe the year after that. You know, the market, though, didn't set the prices. WWE, TKO, Nick Khan, they all did. So don't BS us. Don't sit there and pee on my leg and tell me it's dripping in a WWE ice cream bar. WrestleMania 42, as I was watching Smackdown, where did all the celebrities go? Where did all the celebrities go? Long time passing. You know, Jelly Roll, is he still on the card? Was he ever on the card? Seems odd he wasn't around much the past couple of weeks. IShowSpeed, he's on the show, we know that. Pat McAfee, bunch of marks, he's doing something. Lil Yachty, he's apparently injured. Going to Trick, see the gingerbread man. We'll find out, see what he does, if anything. John Cena, the host, didn't appear on SmackDown. Joe Jonas, Star Spangled Banner, night 2. And again, as mentioned, there was talk of Tom Brady. Didn't seem to materialize. I mean, and we were talking with my producer off the air. I think Gronk might have been a better choice than even Pat McAfee. You know, that guy's crazy. So that might have been fun. But I don't know if they can afford him or not. And, you know, obviously, being a client that ties into WWE and them wanting to launch his career certainly helps. But I don't know. Did they intentionally pull back on the celebs because of the reaction from the fan base? Or was this the plan? I don't know. Is there a plan? That's what's bugging me. It's like, from what I've seen, I feel like there's going to be a big angle. But then I remember a couple of years ago with Rock and the Final Boss. Well, if Rock's there, you know, he's a big deal. Of course they're going to have a plan. If Rock's there, because he's Rock. He's a massive global superstar. Of course they're going to have a plan. No plan. John Cena turning heel. Of course there's a plan. There was no plan. Travis Scott, that's better left unsaid. So I'm like, am I giving these people too much credit? I don't know. I just worry that I'm going to look like an idiot because I've given them too much credit when they really have done a very poor job, the past couple of manias with planning things out. And like you said, Heyman talked about it. There have been injuries and things. We shall see. But you got the main card, both nights, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Kickoff show, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, both days. WrestleMania 42, night 1 tonight. First hour tonight, first 2 matches will air on ESPN 2 and then their live stream service. So for the first hour, you've got the Usos and LA Knight versus IShowSpeed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. Then Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. That's on ESPN 2. And then after that, it all goes to the app. So keep in mind, it's a streaming service. You can sign up for a subscription. Starts at $30 a month. Similar for night 2, except the first 2 matches will air on ESPN, the first one. And then exclusively again back on the streaming service. So tomorrow, you'll see Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar and the ladder match. So you're getting celebrity match, big match, and then a car crash for both nights, which I think that's a great way to do it. So we shall see. But again, tonight, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, IShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. We shall see what happens. Certainly, IShowSpeed could take the pin again. See what happens. Jacob Fatu, he seems like he's going to win the unsanctioned match. And then Women's World Championship match, Stephanie Vercare versus Liv Morgan. And Liv just released her new album. It's called Lucky or something like whatever it is. It's released. It's what it is. If you like 2010s music, it's released. Women's Intercontinental title match, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Does it feel like AJ's kind of wrapping up? Like she's going to go away for a while? I don't know. Women's tag team match, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley and Lyra, and Nikki and Brie Bella, maybe. Certainly they can hide Nikki. We'll see what happens there. A lot of people think Bayley and Lyra. The only thing I think they're not considering is that Bayley is on the team. And I don't know that Bayley wins. I guess they could and wrap it all up. We shall see. Seth Rollins versus Gunther and the Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. What did that hug mean? Was it something for Raw? Or was it something for tonight? Or what happens tomorrow night? Just seemed odd, especially when Cody said, "My dad loved you." It just seems like you're totally setting up a turn of some kind. Totally setting up a turn. And I could certainly see that happening. I mean, Punk is a Paul Heyman guy. WrestleMania 42 mentioned Obafemi and Lesnar. I'm not positive Obafemi is going to win. I could see them screwing him or it leading to the angle at the end of the show. But I don't know. It's like you're going to have to slow Obafemi down a little bit and give him some dragons, some things to do. You can't just slap the belt on him right away, I don't think. Or maybe they can. It's WWE. They do what they want. I do what I want. Intercontinental Championship, ladder match. Penta defends against Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. Meltzer thinks Penta or Evans needs to win. I don't know. I wonder if Rey Mysterio might get a little last ring kind of a thing, and then he and Dominic feud. We'll see. Women's Championship, Jade and Rhea. Jade is Jade. But this feud has been really bad. It's really not helped either of them. And I don't know. I mean, it would make sense for Jade to get outside interference to help her, or to see Sky do something, or Asuka, or something like that. U.S. Championship, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. I think the key of the match is going to be the gingerbread man who lives on Drury Lane. Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. And then the main event, night 2, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I don't know. I like I said, I feel like you can do either one as far as Roman or Punk. It's like they both could go away afterwards. You know, with Roman, I don't know. He could, you know, you're not going to see him either way. So what's the point? I feel like if you want an active world title scene and you do something with Punk, maybe Heyman screws Roman Reigns and CM Punk retains. But who knows? I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like there's got to be a big angle coming. But WWE lets me down in that regard quite a bit. So I don't know. Yeah, someone says, yeah, I could see one more run for Ray in the cards. Possibly could see that. How do you screw Oba? You could do a lot of different things. As far as that goes, you know, someone could attack him. Brock could do something. Or, you know, Obafemi is somehow talked into whatever it is with Brock. I don't know. It feels like you got to slow Oba down. It's like maybe turning him heel for a little while, if that's even possible. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, but they're over-delivering. You're right. Can they over-deliver? According to Nick Khan, I don't know. Someone says they're really excited for Mr. Beast versus Logan Paul with Jelly Roll as the special guest referee. Yeah, does Jelly Roll interfere and cost someone? I don't know. Who knows what happens with the celebrities tonight? They just sort of evaporate. Stand by, Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer Live.
Oh, clear.
Help at the Home Buyers Hotline. We can help you sell your home as is. No cleaning, no showings, and there are absolutely no hidden fees or real estate commissions. We'll pay you a fair price for your home in cash. Whether you're downsizing, handling an estate, or just ready for peace of mind, call us. We'll help you walk away from your problem property in no time at all and get you the cash in your bank account with little hassles. If you'd like to sell your home fast, as is, we can help at the Home Buyers Hotline.
Call Want to Sell Your Home now for a free quote to sell your home in any condition. Call 800-950-3143. 800-950-3143. That's 800-950-3143.
With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
800-853-8931. 800-853-8931. 800-853-8931. That's 800-853-8931.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-401-5163. 800-401-5163. 800-401-5163. That's 800-401-5163.
You are listening to Wrestling Observer Live on the Sports Byline Broadcasting Network.
Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer Live. Any chance Jade Cargill going into the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame? Not unless she becomes a huge draw, because I don't think she will be a huge, technical wrestler. From all the predictions that I've seen, here's the problems. Too many babyface wins and no surprises. There's always at least some upset surprise that no one saw coming or no one expected. And it's like, that's why when I look at some of these, maybe they make sense, but they always are going to do some kind of heel upset or babyface upset or something like that. And so it's like, Obafemi needs to win, but do they do something with Brock so they can drag this out longer? Or who knows? Something like that. That's what I'm saying. There's got to be some upsets and surprises. And from what I've seen with a lot of these predictions, there just aren't. And that's what I always try to do with my predictions. It's like, okay, what, not too many title changes. Also, what's an upset that they can do that they can, screw you out of. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about here. And don't forget, you got Backlash. That's coming up next month. So you need some matches for Backlash. So, you need some rematches. You need some matches where they get their revenge. All that fun stuff, or try for the title again. All those things. So we shall see what happens. Either way, look, have a great time. I know it has not been the best build. I know that it's been frustrating. I probably know that more than anybody. But look, go enjoy it as best you can, and don't get too, upset about the whole thing. It is what it is. We'll see what Pat McAfee does tonight. A bunch of marks. It'll make things better for you. Either way, look, just remember, it's only wrestling. Jim Valley, Wrestling Observer Live. I don't think I'm here next week. I'll talk to you in like a couple of weeks. All right. Bye.
All right, Jim, take care. And
Bye, brother.
I will talk to you, okay?
Sounds like party.
Enjoy Mania.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, right, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I forgot to mention the humanizing him. I forgot to mention that. Oh, well, I just have to get through everything. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Royce Keys. They're obviously big on him. See what happens. So don't get bummed out. They're over-delivering. He could wrestle. Brock doesn't. I don't know that Brock is going to wrestle it. Does Brock wrestle at Backlash? Or does he just do the big ones? Does he just do the big ones? I don't know. So, I don't know. Let's see. What does someone say? Right. Oh, yeah. Hey, I covered Juggalo Championship Wrestling, including Juggalo George South. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I covered the Stranglemania. I did. And you weren't here to hear it. Yeah, that's what I hear. Blue Panther, Ultimo Guerrero. Yeah. Dude, there's so much good stuff. Friend of mine, I thought he works at Horseshoe, where a lot of stuff is this week. And I was like, I thought he was going to Joey Janela's spring break. He goes, no, I made the mistake of going to Smackdown. I'm like, boy, did you ever? Which is more disappointing? Mania Build. Mania Build all the way. Mania Build all the way. By far. So, yeah, well, I gotta hurry on him. I don't know. We'll see what happens to Royce. I mean, who knows? I mean, you could always, first he's a sympathetic baby face. Mother, died, raised by his grandma and all that stuff. Rough background. And then you build him up sympathetic and you turn him heel and it's like, what's wrong with you? Why did you do that? Well, yeah, so, yeah, I mean, if that's where he wants to be, good for him. I don't have a problem with it. Whatever he wants to do. Whatever he wants to do. Kenta likely got his nose broken. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Ugh. Ugh. That's too bad. I'm sorry. That sucks. Oh, well. Yeah. Lots of good stuff. Dude, there's so much good wrestling. So much good wrestling. It's cool. It's good. So, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway. All right, kids, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go and, here, hang on a second. Let me show you something. It's kind of funny. Where is it? Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Damn it. Where is it? Dang it. Oh, well. We'll do it this way. Here we go. There we go. I'll show you guys. Kind of funny. Here it is. Okay, so this is, hang on. Back it up. So this is Dynasty last Sunday in Vancouver. It's Jericho against Ricochet with the demand outside. Oops, here we go. Oops, damn it. Okay, there it is. There we go. Okay. Here it comes. Boom! And there I am. There I am right there. He was right into me. It hurt, but it was funnier than that. But Toe was nice. Came over and checked. But yeah, it's kind of funny. So there you go. Kind of funny. Anyway, so there you go. There's my week. But I don't think they knew it was me or anything. That wasn't intentional. Jericho had no clue I was there. And I don't know Toa Leona, so I was nobody. It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, I am pretty much nobody. But all right, kids, I'm gonna go get my stuff ready, and I'm kind of tired. I want to take a little nap. All right, kids, I'll talk to you later. Enjoy WrestleMania or whatever you're going to do. All right, man.